Why is it that we find comfort in the uncomfortable? Why is it that we find comfort in suffering? That might sound weird. Like, what do you mean I don't feel comfortable when I'm uncomfortable? What I'm talking about is our internal world. The traumas that we store and repeat in our lives. The cycles that continue. Maybe you've grown up with parents who fight, and then later on you think that that's love, that you have to fight to stay in a relationship. You have to try to make it work instead of seeing what it is in the moment, that it's not working, and that perhaps there's something better for both of you. We find ourselves in these situations where we repeat traumas because we haven't looked at the trauma. We haven't seen it for what it is and recognized it where it shows up in our life now. I think a lot of people, whether they're aware of it or not, believe that they have to suffer in life. Or maybe you believe that you're only worthy of love if you fight for it. Maybe you believe that you're only worthy of money if you go to work for it. Right now, I feel a lot of pain. And it's not my own pain, but the pain of the world, the pain in people's hearts, because they're trapped inside of themselves, because people believe that they deserve this suffering. They believe that it's just what their life is for. Come here to learn from the suffering, not to seek it out. You don't deserve to suffer. You didn't come here as a punishment. The suffering is here to serve you. The pain is here to teach you what you're actually worth. To teach you who you really are. You do deserve a life of ease. You do deserve things to fall in your lap, for blessings to find you. We're here for a purpose. Some things are made to be easy so that we can fulfill our purpose. Some things in life hurt us so we can learn how to heal from it. We live in a co-creative reality. We're all in it together. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's just the truth. We're all connected. When one person takes on a suffering in one form, and they learn and heal from it, they can then witness somebody else going through that same suffering and teach them how to heal from it, because they've done it from their own experience. That's a way we can work together. It's a way that the suffering serves us. But it doesn't mean that we have to seek out suffering. It doesn't mean that we have to force ourselves to learn and to feel pain, and these things just come naturally. We each have our own lessons to learn. They all serve a greater purpose. How do you find the voice of truth? How do you heal? Sometimes we try to take the shortcut. We try to create our own reality out of the ego. We try to control things, thinking we know what's best for us, and sticking to that instead of being open to new ideas. We can act upon our desires. Maybe the desire to have more money, to have a nicer car, to look a certain way, to have a certain relationship with someone. These are all egoic desires. They aren't the true desires of your heart. Sometimes we act upon these desires, putting ourselves in the wrong path. We are the creators of our reality. We hold a lot of power. We have the power to make choice. But a lot of people take that into the wrong hands and create a reality from their ego to achieve these desires. I encourage you to find the truth within you and find that little voice that tells you that you're safe, you are loved, you're protected, you're worthy. Letting go of all of those desires and surrendering to that voice. Ask it, what is my highest timeline? How do I get there? Because there are deeper desires that we may not even know are there. And it takes facing fears to get there. It takes letting go of things that you didn't even realize you were attached to. Whether that's belief system, a material thing, a person, a place, an idea. That voice of truth may not always make sense to the logical mind. You could call it the voice of God, you could call it your higher self, you could call it your spirit guides, whatever it is. You know that it's the voice of truth when you hear it. I'm not here to tell you what to do, to tell you how to live. I'm only here to give you new perspectives. And I know that if you're still watching, there's something here for you. Sometimes we don't hear this voice right away. It takes practice. It does. Some ways to practice hearing this voice can include meditation, yoga, sitting in silence, watching the thoughts, or maybe through music. Maybe you write songs, you write lyrics, they just come through you. I think those lyrics might have deeper meaning that maybe you're not seeing. What part of you has it come from? Slow down. It's okay to stop and take a breath. In fact, let's take some deep breaths right now. Let's take 3 deep breaths because I know that I could use it. Breathing is so important. It's life. And we forget to do that sometimes. When we take a deep breath, it signals our body to relax. And so by just sitting down, when you're in the middle of doing so many things, when you're in the rat race of the world, sit down and take just a few deep breaths. Clear your mind for a moment. It doesn't matter if you believe that you don't have time. That's the best time to take a deep breath, is when you don't think you have time. A friend told me that. And that's always going to stick with me. Remember where you are. If you want to know more about how to find these traumas in your life that are repeating themselves and heal from them, come back to your body and be present with your true heart's desires, leave a comment, reach out to me. I'm here. All that I want to do is to help, because it's taken me a lot to get where I am now. Sometimes we just gotta scream. Sometimes we just gotta cry. We gotta turn that pain into art, alchemize it. Whatever kind of art it is, I believe that this world is made of art. Every single thing is art. Take a day off if you need. Take a day off and just sit with these questions in your mind. Put all of your tasks aside for the day. Trust that they will get done. Write what you notice. The light will shine through you and you'll feel its presence. I love you. And this is your reminder to just take care of you.